Hi guys, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel. As you know, we have started our new series Back to Campus. In this series, we are going to talk about all the problems students face after getting back to college. In today's video, we are going to talk about all the problems students face in finding PG accommodations.
What you need to check before selecting a PG. There are three basic things that you need to check. Number 1 is cost. सबका अपना अपना एक बजट होता है जब वो PG डिसाइड करते हैं. So, while selecting a PG, you need to keep in mind the budget in the preferred locality. Number 2 is infrastructure and connectivity. After deciding on your PG, you need to check the locality. क्या वहाँ nearby medical store, shopping complex और जनरल स्टोर्स हैं या नहीं. हाउ इज द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन नेटवर्क, वेदर देयर आर बस स्टेशंस, रेलवे स्टेशन और मेट्रो स्टेशंस नियर बाय. Number 3 is amenities. It is very essential to check for the basic amenities offered by the PG, like good water supply, electricity, internet connectivity, cleanliness, safety and security features like CCTV and many more. Which is better, PG or flat? PGs are much cheaper to live in than pay the rent for flat. Here are the few advantages of choosing PG over flat. PGs में basic amenities भी owner देखते हैं. Like flat में हमें utensils से लेके booking gas, buying groceries सब हमें ही देखना पड़ता है. Whereas in PG, all these things are taken care of by the owners. PGs are budget friendly. आपको PGs अपने budget के अंदर बहुत easily मिल जाएंगे. And PGs are also very secured. PG agreement. There is a PG agreement done between the tenant and the owner. It is usually done to prevent potential tenants to leave midway. There is also security deposit submitted by the tenant ranging from 1 to 6 months or even more. While signing a PG agreement, you need to ask about all the terms and conditions. जैसे if you leave the PG midway, क्या आपको आपकी security money वापस मिलेगी या नहीं? If you leave the PG after the specified tenure, then will you get the whole security money back or just a small amount of it? If something gets damaged, who will bear the cost of the damage? DU accommodation. According to the official website of Delhi University, only 14 colleges out of the 64 offer residential facilities to students. DU also offers 2 off-campus hostel facilities for students. One is International Students House for Women, which is only for international students, and the other is Undergraduate Hostel for Girls. So, due to the limited residential facilities, most of the outstation students have to depend on living in a PG or renting a flat. Delhi University's North Campus is dominated by a majority of population, so it's not very difficult to find your ideal accommodation here, where every third house is converted into a PG. Some of the popular locations in North Delhi where one can find a good PG are Kamla Nagar. In Kamla Nagar, you can find a PG ranging from 12,000 to 20,000 and above. The market complex has both flea market and brands for student. Next is Jawahar Nagar. In Jawahar Nagar, one can find a PG for about rupees 12,000 per month, inclusive of food, electricity and many more. The other one is Hudson Lane. In Hudson Lane, one can easily find a PG starting with the range of 8,500, including all the basic facilities. Students who secure admission at South Campus colleges have a relatively harder time. A few popular locations at South Campus are Satyaniketan, Anand Niketan, Moti Bagh and many more. With the increase in demand each year, the rent of PGs have also gone up. And as everybody knows, South is a bit costlier than the North. The rent of PGs at Satyaniketan goes up to 12,000 per month. Few other locations in South Campus which are relatively cheaper than Satyaniketan are Lajpat Nagar, South Extension, Kalkaji and many more. Rules and regulations. Unlike abroad, boys and girls cannot stay together in a PG. Parents cannot stay in PG at night. Most of the PGs are open till 10 p.m. at night. Boys are not allowed in girls' PG and vice versa. Drinking and smoking in PGs is not permissible. Guys, we all know it's very difficult for the first time to stay away from parents. So, here I am to tell you a few survival tips. You can always carry your utensils, cooking pan, etc. so that whenever you are hungry, you can cook your own food like instant noodles or etc. Do not forget to lock up every cupboard and everything of value whenever you leave your PG. हम सब जानते हैं कि Delhi is not the safest city. So it is preferred to keep someone informed, like a friend, कि आप कहाँ जा रहे हो, कब जा रहे हो, which is for your own safety. At last, here are a few websites which will help you to find a good PG, like Stanza Living, Go Ibibo, Housing, No Broker, and many more.
So guys, now I hope you are clear about the accommodation problems. Now we are going to take some questions that we received on our Instagram stories. The first question is, I don't know where all the money is going and what can I do? Overspending is a big problem. Everyone faces it at one time or another. The first thing every college student should do is to have a spending plan. Having a spending plan will allow you to see where your money is actually going and how you can curb your spendings. So the second question is, how can I track my expenditure? You can use a little notebook or an app to track your expenses. You might want to know how much you are spending on coffee and how much you are spending in a particular store. For this, you need to have at least 2 weeks information jotted down. And just be sure to track what you are actually spending and not what you think you should be spending. Third question is, how can I control impulsive purchases? Before you give in to the impulse of buying something, take a step back and answer these 3 questions. How this product will add value to my life? How will this product make my life easier? And how many times am I actually going to use this product? Definitely, sometimes we buy a want, but answering these 3 questions will help us curb our spending habits. So the fourth question is, how to find a good PG hostel? Comparing PG accommodations can be really tough. It requires a lot of research work to find a good PG. So in order to make your life easier, we have added a link to the description where students have shared their personal experiences of various PGs. So the fifth question is, what to expect from a PG? The facilities that can be expected from the PG depends upon the fees and the extra charges that you need to pay. Most of the PGs provide a comfortable and healthy environment for the resident. So guys, we have answered some of the questions in today's video and we would be taking some more questions in the next video. Hope you like this video. Please do like, subscribe and share to our YouTube channel. Also, if you have any suggestion or query, you can tell us in the comment section below.